What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rebel here, and Modern Warfare is already dying. It hasn't even been 2 months and the player base is dropping so exponentially fast that Infinity Ward sent out a survey asking people what they could do to get them back playing the game. As if they didn't know. This has gotta be a joke. It hasn't even been 2 months. Let's get into it.
Drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
So how we all doing today? Hope we're all having a wonderful day, and unless you're on life support, unless you are laying on your deathbed, you are doing better than Modern Warfare, because that game is dying, and Infinity Ward knows it. They know it, and instead of listening to the people that they are just somehow tuning out on their Twitter and on Reddit and on everybody's YouTube videos, instead of addressing all of their concerns, they compiled their own list of things that they think are keeping people away from the game and sent them out to people who aren't playing the game anymore, asking them what would convince them to come back and keep playing Modern Warfare. And keep in mind, it hasn't even been 2 months since the game's release. This is sad, and it is unheard of. And when you look at the list, it gets really bizarre, because I cannot tell. A lot of these questions are so vague that I just can't tell what exactly they're asking, what exactly they think, what I think will be addressed, what I think they think I'm thinking when I check a box. I have absolutely no idea. And then there are things on this list that are basically like, yes, why haven't you fixed that yet? Why are you not fixing it and asking us if you should fix it? So this list is just completely bizarre. So let's take a little look at it. So it starts by saying, what, if anything, and it is just a picture of the survey. It's not the actual survey, and it's the same picture that's going around everywhere. I haven't seen a different picture of it, but I have seen people confirm it. But apparently, if you do click to take the survey, you're under an NDA, and you can't show people the survey, so it's probably why it's not really being spread. But it says, what, if anything, would convince you to start playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 again? First of all, great choice on the name, because now you have to add parentheses and put 2019 next to it, which just brings up horrible, vivid memories of Ghostbusters. So let's move on. The very first square says new in-game events / challenges. New in-game events and challenges. You just added a new in-game event, Season 1. It's not even 2 months into the game's life cycle, and you think people aren't playing because there haven't been enough events in the game. The game launched, and we have Season 1, and it hasn't even been 2 months, and you think there is a lack of in-game events? Come on. Or challenges. Well, yeah, you guys butchered the way the challenge system works, so now there's an abysmal level of challenges, and you can only do one at a time. Yeah, we kind of want more, but we kind of just want the old multiplayer challenge system back. So yeah, I guess add more challenges, but why do you have to ask us if you should just add some more challenges? Just add some more challenges. Or maybe take time and make the challenges you have better, since you just end up duplicating a bunch of them. Jesus. The next one says new multiplayer modes. You guys did add hardpoint. You added gun game, but you took that out. You added reinforced. Basically, we just want, like, people want some party game modes, or just something unique or something old school brought back every once in a while. People are not avoiding the game because they're like, you know what, it's only been a month and I'm tired of TDM, domination, kill confirmed, and hardpoint. Said no one ever. So dumb question there. New multiplayer maps. No, people are complaining because you said you were going to give us 3 new 6v6 maps, but only gave us 1. And it was Crash, and you made it worse, and the other maps in the game kind of suck. So yeah, people kind of do want new maps, but that's just because you guys have poor map design. And now we're scared to get new maps because we're afraid they're going to be just as bad. So moving on. If there's a difficulty setting option in Spec Ops Operation, yeah, it's kind of hard. People might like it easier, or at least the option to play it easier, because it is kind of hard. But I don't think your third game mode, which started as just pure trash, it was pure trash right out of the gate. And you think that's what's driving people away from your game? Maybe hardcore zombie heads, but I doubt they even bought it knowing that there was no zombies in it. So that's stupid. If there was if anything to do with Spec Ops, no, it's the multiplayer. You have a huge multiplayer that no one's playing. Forget about your Spec Ops, okay? Jesus, if my technical problems were resolved. What does that even mean? What are your technical problems? That could be literally anything. Is my ping bad? Do I have bad Wi-Fi? Is this just coming down to the end user? My controller has drift on it. I don't know. What are my technical issues? Is my system too slow? I don't know. What are my technical issues? I'd assume it'd be getting things like blue screens and stuff, but then it says if Spec Ops technical issues were resolved is the next one. I'm assuming that's what means the blue screen. So what are technical issues? Just like my game glitching out, me getting stuck on a dumpster for 5.5 minutes? Yeah, you should probably fix some technical issues. Do you really have to ask us if you should fix technical issues? This is dumb. Moving on. If multiplayer challenge progression issues were resolved, this one has to be a joke. This one makes me think that we're all guinea pigs, and every time that they fix bugs, they intentionally break other bugs, because nobody would be that incompetent at their job to keep making multiplayer bugs and then have the gall to ask if we would like them removed. Or maybe they're asking like, are you not playing because we just keep fucking up so many times in a row? Yeah, that might be a thing, so stop fucking up so many times in a row. Come on, this isn't rocket science here. You guys are ridiculous, and then you have the gall to ask us if you should fix it. No, don't fix challenge progression issues. If spawn logic issues in multiplayer maps were resolved. Yeah, no, don't bother. Don't bother fixing the spawns. Everyone's like, the spawns are terrible. I'm literally spawning in people's lines of sight. I had a clip from the start of the video where I literally spawn in someone's line of sight. Constantly spawning in people's lines of sight at Shoot House or within a 5-meter circle of them, but I'm behind another wall, so as soon as I spawn in, they just jump up on the wall and kill me. It's dumb. It's dumb. Fix the spawns. Why do you have to ask us if you should fix the spawns? This is the shit I was talking about. It's retarded. Yes, fix the spawns. Please. Why do you have to ask? Come on. If cross-platform balance issues were resolved. What the hell are cross-platform balance issues? That one doesn't even make sense to me. I don't know what they're talking about. If you're really having that big of an issue, go disable crossplay. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what issues you could be having. Let me know if you've had issues. I'm curious as to what they are. I haven't seen or heard of anything. But then again, I don't browse Reddit all the time. Anyways, moving on. If weapon balance issues were resolved. You mean you're honestly asking people, hey, if everyone stopped using the M4 and the 725, would the game be more fun? You know, I could probably add any of the two numbers from the 725 shotgun and kind of get close to everybody at Infinity Ward's IQ. 72, 27, 52, 57, 75. I'm pretty sure I'm in the ballpark for everybody who works there. You really have to ask us if you should fix weapon balancing. Yes, considering, and it's like, yes, you guys tried to fix the 725 3 times. One of them ended up being a shadow buff and not a nerf. You guys are inept at your job, and yeah, it's probably driving people away. Get better. Get good. Adapt. I'm funny. Alright, moving on. If my friends started playing again. Yeah, well, why aren't your friends playing? Because the game sucks. Why? Because of all the other issues that we're going through here. Fix those, people will come back, and then they'll come back, and everyone will come back. Make the game what the people want to play. Build it and they will come. Build what we want and we will come back. We don't want to play your weird fetishized idea of what you think Call of Duty should or could be. We want to play what Call of Duty is and was. Come on. This is ridiculous. If progression issues were resolved. What are progression issues? What are people having issues progressing through? Leveling up? Is there an issue with leveling up? Is there an XP issue in the game that you're not telling us about, that you are refusing to address for some reason? I really hope that's not the case here. I don't know what progression issues are, but that sounds scary. I wouldn't want progression issues. You should probably fix them. New Spec Ops experiences, missions, maps. It's your third mode. And it's weird, and it was trash out the gate. And because it was trash out the gate, I'm probably never going to give it the benefit of the doubt and actually play it. And I'm sure there are millions of other people out there who are just not going to play it because they tried it once when it came out and were like, ew, this is garbage, and are just not going to play it out of spite. Out of the fact that Infinity Ward thought that they could release it in the state that it was in, and that was acceptable. No, unacceptable, and I won't touch the mode. Ever. Sorry. I have a challenge I have to do in the mission challenges for multiplayer that I have to use Golem, and I can only get him by playing the Spec Ops challenges. He's not in the Battle Pass, and I have to buy him in the store for like $14, and I'm not going to do that, so you guys really screwed me there, but I refuse to play Spec Ops. And the people, your bread and butter is multiplayer. People aren't playing your multiplayer because they don't like Spec Ops. I'm close to quitting multiplayer. It has nothing to do with Spec Ops. In fact, if you have a big conference table that's really long, move the Spec Ops team to the very, very end. And move everyone from multiplayer up to the front and address their issues first if you want people to come back to your game, that is. Moving on. if match balance issues were resolved. Hell yes, but then again, this is another big one. Are they talking about SBMM? Are they alluding to the fact that they know that people are complaining about skill-based matchmaking? Yes, they are. Probably. Maybe. I don't know, because as far as the laundry list of people at Infinity Ward that need to get canned, the person who wrote this survey needs to get fired as well. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. What are match balance issues? Is that match balancing in the sense of building the match, the skill-based matchmaking that goes into building the match? Or is this talking about skill-based team balancing? Something that I actually don't think is even in this game at all. Because I'm always in super lopsided teams that are just getting pummeled by the other team, where everyone on the other team, basically, the amount of kills on the other team is like 42 to 37, and the other team is like 17 to 8. These teams aren't balanced. I don't think there's skill-based team balancing, but there is skill-based matchmaking. I think Infinity Ward thinks that because that there is skill-based matchmaking, and they're like, well, we're just getting everyone from the same skill tier, we don't need to balance the teams anymore. Wrong. But what does match balancing mean? Does that mean skill-based team balancing? Does that mean skill-based matchmaking? Because people want skill-based matchmaking gone. I don't think we have skill-based team balancing, and I'd like to see that implemented a little to at least make sure that even if they are skill-based lobbies, if they're at least somewhat balanced team-wise, you know, that way it's not like a six-man team of people with a 5 KD rushing everyone that just so happened to get over a 2 KD their last 2 games and then just get decimated by professional players. That does not seem fun to me. But then again, it could also be talking about like match balancing. The fact that we're not reaching time limits. The balancing of matches is so bad and slow that no one's finishing matches. So who knows what that even means? I don't know if there's a little text box that they're like, please describe what you mean by these. I don't know. Then the last one is if multiplayer allowed me to vote on maps, like I'm assuming it says like they did in previous games, but it's cut off. Yeah, I don't know what Infinity Ward was thinking there. They were like, we saw the data, and if people don't get the maps they voted for, they leave the lobbies. First of all, that's 100% inaccurate. If I have to choose, let's say I'm playing World War II and the two choices are London Docks and Ardennes Forest or Gibraltar, and I vote for London Docks because I love London Docks, and let's say it ends up being Gibraltar or Ardennes Forest. I still like those maps and I'm still gonna play on them. I'm not gonna leave. But if I get Gustav Cannon and I'm trying to play with the new SMG, I'm probably gonna leave because I don't think that is a well-balanced map. Similar to this game, if I had to choose between, let's say, Gunrunner and Hackney Yard, and I had to vote, and I voted for Gunrunner because I like Gunrunner more than Hackney Yard, and then Hackney Yard won, I would stay in. But as it is, if Piccadilly shows up, no one had a chance to vote for it, I will leave. I don't want to play Piccadilly. It's not the choice, and people being upset that they didn't get their map choice. It's playing on a shit map. No one wants to play on a shit map. What I think is bizarre, and these could be listed lower on the survey, but I think that might be the last question on the survey, but I have absolutely no idea. They're not asking, like would you play if footstep audio was back to normal? Would you play if we made dead silence a perk? Would you play if we made ghost only work when moving? Even if you're walking, even if you're crouch walking, if you're moving, it works. Would you come back and play the game if we added red dots to the minimap and took the compass off? Compass? If we took the compass off, would that make you come back? They're not asking those questions. They are not asking those questions. Would you play if we stopped favoring campers and noobs? You want to ask some good questions, ask those questions. You want to ask some terrible questions that you're just going to not even know what to do with because they're so vague, or they're going to tell you to fix things that you should probably have already been fixing? This is dumb. This is dumb, and if anybody gets this review, answer it truthfully, and please only answer with a couple of checkboxes. Don't just check everything, because they kind of need to prioritize what it is. So, I don't know, match balancing, weapon balancing, spawns. Those would be my 3 things, probably. But I'm still playing the game, but that's because I make YouTube videos of it and I'm grinding for gold. But then again, I have friends asking me if I want to play and joining my lobby, and I just got finished playing 1 or 2 rounds, and I'm like, sorry dude, I gotta walk away right now because this game is just, it's bad. It's bad and I can't play it right now. And then I leave. And I feel I feel bummed out. I feel depressed. They're like, hey, you want to team up? And it's like, nah, dude, I just played one round and went 8-18, and I think I'm done for the rest of the day. Fix the issues with the game. Don't ask us if you should fix your broken game. Fix it. And maybe, I don't know, address the concerns that your major player base, that the majority of your player base is vocally expressing. The concerns they're vocally expressing. The concerns they're expressing. I shouldn't be having to sit here telling Infinity Ward what they're doing is completely asinine. They should know. They might know. I mean, who knows? The horrible microtransactions of Black Ops 4 were a test. We were a test for that. And we're a test for this. I'm convinced. They are breaking multiplayer challenges intentionally to see how much us players will put up with. And sadly, people like me who are pretty sure that YouTube is not going to recommend any video I do on anything else besides Call of Duty, even though they barely recommend that shit anyway. Might as well stick with it. I don't know. It's depressing, man. It's sad. They're killing their own franchise. Sitting on its deathbed. It's already dead, and it hasn't even been 2 months. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Hit that sub button if you aren't already. I'm guessing, I don't know who's gonna see this. If it's only 12 people, I'm guessing you're all subscribed. Goes up to 50. I don't know if you guys are all subscribed. I don't know what YouTube does. I can't rely on I can't rely on YouTube. Can't rely on Infinity Ward. They're dark days we're living in. And until next time, peace.